What is good? I mean, what is really good, my people? It is UK Trotter Brother, dr.blick, the darkest man around us today, guys. I am here with Dr. Love 307. Say hi to the people, man.
What up, my Namics?
It's been a while since I've heard you say that because you rarely upload, but
Man.
he's back. Yo, he's back, and we are talking about Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. And we are pretty much putting our overall thoughts about Goku being the only playable character, whether it's a good idea, whether it's a bad idea. So I'm going to give it over to you, Dr. Love. What do you think about Goku being the only playable character with all the information that we got and the potential of how long the game's going to be in terms of story mode and just content in general? What do you think of it?
Well, because here's the thing. There was this one part of the gameplay that had it where on the corner of the section you could see where it says travel to this location as Goku, so that kind of hints like, you know, maybe you could play as other characters, but, you know, because I don't know why they would add, you know, as Goku in there. But also, every other type of promotional material they've showed has just been like, yep, it's just Goku. It's just Goku. You don't get Vegeta, you don't get to play as Vegeta, Gohan, Piccolo, nothing. It's just Goku. Just Goku. And you know, if this was like PS2 days, they probably could have gotten away with this, but if it really is just, you know, you play as Goku now, there's a lot of people that are not gonna buy the game if it's just Goku, because there's a lot of Gohan fans. I'm a Gohan fan. There's a lot of Vegeta fans, a lot of Tien fans. I know Piccolo, even Yamcha, like all those guys. They got fans. You know, people want to play as those characters, and obviously the way it looks is that it's around the hero story, so you won't be able to play as, like, you know, Frieza, Cell, Boo, those guys. They did, well, they didn't confirm, but it's been confirmed by sources that the game will be all the way up until the Boo Saga, which also, if Goku's the only playable character, I don't know how that would work. I don't know. But it's just, this game's weird because I don't know why you would make an action RPG, you know, single player Dragon Ball game. That sounds fun. That sounds cool. Because all we've been getting is like arena fighters and just fighting games, right? But, you know, like I liked the RPG Dragon Ball games we've gotten in the past. But if Goku's the only playable character, I don't know. It just, I don't know. Like there's just such a waste, you know? Like, why would you not make everyone else playable? Because even in the gameplay they showed, in the party of your people, like, you know, because there's parts of the series where multiple people are fighting at the same time, like against the Cell Juniors, you know, against Frieza, against the Saiyans, all that stuff. They've had fights like that. And even, let's for example, the one they showed, Goku and Piccolo versus Raditz, it has, if you know you're playing as Goku, and it lets you command Piccolo whenever you want him to use his super moves. So it's like, you know, I've heard people say, well, huh?
I said, so it's like supports them.
Yeah, basically. And I've heard people say, like, you know, oh, well, technically you're playing as them because you can use the supers. And it's like, man, get out of here with that. That's not playing as them. That's just commanding them to do something. That's not really playing as them. I want to play as the other people, you know? Like, I like Goku. I've always liked Goku. But I don't know. In 2019, if he's the only playable character, nah, man. Like, that is not it. Well, what do you think, though?
Yeah, it reminds me of, what's that? Not Burning Blood, World Seeker, because World Seeker only had Luffy as a playable character, and for the most part that stopped people from getting the game. But the reason why I felt like World Seeker would be able to get away with it if it was done right would have been down to the fact that they created his own original story. With Dragon Ball going through that same Z story that we've gone through a bajillion times, you would think that they would have more than just Goku as a playable character. Like, I don't understand why anyone would think that it would be a good idea not to have Goku, and just to have Goku. And if it was Kid Goku, it would make more sense to me if it was Kid Goku, personally. Like, I would have preferred it if it was Kid Goku and we're going through the original Dragon Ball story mode rather than the Z story mode. But Z's more marketable, so I get why they did what they did. But at the end of the day, man, Goku being the only playable character, it's gonna get kind of boring, man. And especially that there are so many scenes where Goku isn't fighting, unless you're gonna go through the moments of Goku training, which we did see in the first trailer when he was on King Kai's planet.
Yeah.
So we will see some training montages, some training parts, and we did see also him training with Piccolo. as well. So we're gonna see a lot of that as well, and I'm interested to see how big the world is gonna be. And we did see in the first trailer cities and towns. Let's see if that's not gonna be empty, because I remember in World Seeker it was pretty empty and it was pretty bland. And one thing I noticed about the combat, I know this is kind of off topic. Did you notice how Goku's foot wasn't on the ground? I was kind of in the air, or was that just me? Like, what do you think about that, bro?
Man, like, you know, see the combat. If you, it's weird because when he walks around the world, he's actually walking and running. But in combat, he was just floating, which I thought we're past that era, but I guess not. You know, and even still, the combat. If you look at the controls, they're pretty similar to Storm's. You know, I mean, CC2 made the Naruto Storm games and Ultimate Ninja and all that stuff, but so you'd assume they'd have similar controls. But even still, like if you look at it, like circle is combat, holding triangle charges your ki and does ki moves, like, you know, square was throwing ki attacks and X is jumping. Like a lot of that stuff is pretty similar to Storm, like, you know. But when you mentioned World Seeker's world being empty in this world, honestly, this world looks pretty empty too, though. I was really hoping that wouldn't be the case, but based off what they showed us so far, it looks so freaking empty. So empty. Damn. Like, and was One Piece like open world, or could you just go in sections?
It was open world. The world was pretty big, man. Like, it was really big. Like,
okay, because I don't know if you know this already, but in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, it's not actually open world. There's just like sections of the world that you can access during certain parts of the story that you're at. Nah, with
One Piece World Seeker, you can go anywhere within that island. And on top of that, if you get through Law's bonus mission, there's a sky island in the game.
Really?
So, yeah, there's another island in the game. When you complete the game, Law has a bonus mission, and you can go to a sky island, which is on the game. And if you jump down from Sky Island, you end up where you're at now. Like,
really?
Yep. You can jump off the sky, out, like from the sky all the way down to the bottom, man.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, but other than that, man, the thing that I liked with that game was the combat. And honestly, the combat has got to be something that they got to do right. Because when you have one character only being playable, you got to go in depth with that one character, man. And they better take notes from games that have thrived off having one character. You got games like Spider-Man and Arkham Knight series. And that's the only way I can accept Goku being the only playable character. But other than that, they gotta have to have a good amount of content in terms of other than the story, and make the game enjoyable. But I do feel like they're probably gonna do a World Seeker and end up bringing characters for DLC. How do you feel about that?
I hate that so much. I would hate that so much, dude.
They're gonna do that, man.
You know, here's my theory. My theory is that either in the full game you really can play as other people just at certain parts, or they're gonna pull a World Seeker and be like, oh, JK, you can play as other people, you just gotta pay for it extra, which would be friggin' dumb. But also, you brought up Dragon Ball earlier. I think that even if they didn't start from the beginning of Dragon Ball, if they started, like, I don't know, maybe around the training after Goku killed King Piccolo to like the final tournament, because that's what Dragon Ball Z Attack of the Saiyans did on the Nintendo DS. The story is called Attack of the Saiyans, right? It's Saiyan Saga based, but the Saiyan Saga is only like the second half of the game. It's a pretty long game, but there's like a few what ifs in it, and it expands on the story and like goes into like some of the filler stuff. But the first half of the game is, you know, you play as Krillin, Yamcha, and Tien. And it actually goes through like their training and their prepping for you know, King Piccolo and everything, and then you eventually get to play as Goku. You do the whole 23rd World Tournament and all that stuff, and then it goes into Dragon Ball Z, you know, and then Gohan's there and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool, you know, RPG Dragon Ball game. But I definitely feel like if Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, even though it's called Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, like they still could have done something like that, cause, you know, or they could have just not had it like a better name. Like, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot's a stupid name. I don't care what anyone thinks. That is probably one of the dumbest names they could have given a Dragon Ball Z game. That's worse than Battle of Z, dude. Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z. Like, what the? But I'm going on a rant at this point. But they just, I don't know. I just feel like keeping it linear, like strictly Dragon Ball Z, and Goku only being playable, That's not smart. That's really not smart.
I agree. And like, at least if they went from like the whole Master Roshi training Krillin and Goku, that would have been fun. If they did all of those fun stuff, because the thing that I feel like they're trying to emphasize is the adventure aspect as well.
Yeah.
But with the point that they picked, it's not really adventure-esque. It's more so heavy action based in Z. But honestly, man, them having Goku as the only playable character, it's not really great. It kind of reminds me of remember when you're playing Budokai 3 and you're only going through Goku's point of view, but they allow you to go through the other people's point of view. We could end up getting that in DLC format.
That'd be so dumb, though. Oh, dude, like that would, you know, I don't know. You know what the worst part is? I know people that would buy that DLC if it was the case, just to play as like that one character. I know people that would.
Yeah, I know someone that would too, man. Yeah, he bought Jump Force $100.
I wasn't even talking about them, but I forgot.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Yo. So things people do for anime games, crazy, huh?
I know, dude. I know.
But you have anything else to add? Or, nah.
Nah. I just. This game better have some dope surprises in it, because based off the way they've marketed it so far, I don't know. It's looking kind of iffy.
And keep in mind, since it's like a story and adventure aspect game, there's only going to be so much they're going to show, so we're not really going to get that much news for a while, like they did with World Seeker. So the promotion could be at a point where we forget that the game even exists if they don't carry on drilling us the same information that we already know, or just carry on promoting it crazy. I feel like the promotion's kind of gone down since Xenoverse 1 and 2.
Yeah, right. Well, Fighters was really good, but that was the last. That was the last one. Yeah. But I mean, even still, people that are watching this video, like, I'm personally actually excited for this game, and I want them to surprise everybody. But I also got to be honest at the same time, and just, you know, looking at the game how it is, like, take personal bias out of this. Just what I looking at how it is. It's not looking too what's that called? Cheeks worthy. It's not looking too cheeks worthy so far. So
ain't no cheeks worthy, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's wait, were you gonna say something?
No, that's it.
Okay, but yeah, that's pretty much the video. Make sure you guys check out Dr. Love's channel. Link to that will be in the description below. Hopefully he will start uploading again. I don't know, man. But anyways, let me just wrap up this video. So please comment and subscribe. I know I say this all the time, but at the end of the day, I'm just saying, please hit like, rate, enjoy this video, and yeah, this UK Chocolate Brother will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Yeah.